Hey guys, and welcome back to another one of my YouTube videos. So today, also, can we talk about my shirt? My men. Anyway, so today I thought, because I have been loving Arthur Frederick, or Arthurtv as a lot of people know him, for months now, I was like, you know, he reminds me of so many book characters, mainly because he literally is a man written by a woman. I love men written by a woman, and that man is definitely written by a woman. Anyways, I thought I would give you some recs based on his, like, personality-wise, which is really just men that are huge, hot nerds. So that's what I have for you. I love me a nerdy man, and can I just say, I would let Arthurtv yap about anything he wants to me, and even though I would never understand a word that he's saying, I would still hang on to it like there's no tomorrow. Anyways, I digress. The book that really started me thinking about, like, this video is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, because I think his name is Aiden. Aiden and Arthur are low-key kind of the same person. Like, Arthur's like quirky in, like, a hot way, and so is Aiden. Like, not like quirky in like a cringy way, like I mean it in like the nicest way possible. Like, he just like has like a little, like, as Arthur says, he's not from this planet. He has that personality, and also Aiden has a sleeper's build, and we know Arthurtv has one too. Arthur Frederick, Arthurtv. Anyways, we know he has one. We know he has one, and Aiden has one, and Aiden's like this nerdy kind of man who wears bow ties. And Arthur, I don't know if you've ever worn a bow tie, but you would look so good in one. Just saying. Just putting it out there. But yeah, and Aiden's just this like sunshiny man, and Arthur just like, they just have so many similarities. And this was just the book that, like, I was like, it also is a Christmas book, so yeah. But that was the book that I was like, you know, I see like Arthur in this character. But yeah, anyways, another book that I was also like, oh my god, this is so Arthur, is Archer's Voice. Now, Archer in this by Mia Sheridan. Now, Archer, oh my god, they both have Arthur, Archer. Anyways, Arthur is mute in this. No, wait. Archer is mute in this. Obviously, Arthur Frederick is not, but Archer is very, like, he's very, you know, he's very just like shy and like nerdy and just like keeps to himself. And although like Arthur isn't like that, they do have some similarities where I'm just like reading this and I'm just like, well, when I did read it and I'm just like thinking about them, they do like are kind of like, and I feel like, I don't know Arthur personally, but I feel like he gives like very like shy vibes, but like when he's around like people he's comfortable with, or drunk, he's very like outgoing. And I feel like Bree in this book really brought out like Archer's like outgoing side. Not really outgoing, like she just brought out a different side of him. And yeah, and I love Archer. That man is so sweet, and so is Arthur, and I just like think they just have like a lot of similarities. Then I have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Now, Alex, my man Alex, is a huge ass nerd, but oh my god, he is adorable. He's very smart. He's very like well read. I think Arthur like reads like very not romance books. I can tell you that much. But yeah, I just feel like, and like Alex is also very like shy and like quiet and like reserved and stuff, and he's just a total nerd. And from what I'm remembering, I think he also has a sleeper's build too. I don't think it was like ever mentioned, but like in my head I picture him having a sleeper's build. But yeah, and I just like feel like there's just so many similarities with Arthur. There are so many A names, I'm going insane. Then we have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Elliot is a huge nerd. He's very smart. And if you watch Arthur Frederick, you all know he is a lawyer. Wait, one time I was talking to my friend and we were like texting and she was like, and I was like, yeah, Arthur's like a lawyer. And she's like, how do you know that? I'm like, because he says it in like all his videos. But yeah, so we all know Arthur's very smart and he's very intellectual.
Hi. Yes, editing me. I meant to say, if you all know, Arthur studied to be a lawyer. He's not actually a lawyer. My bad. I meant to say he was studying law.
He like loves reading intellectual books. And I feel like Arthur like loves reading books about like space and like very intellectual books that I would not be smart enough to read. And I just feel like Elliot is also like, he's just so sweet and he's so cute. And I feel like how like he acts when he's in love, I feel like Arthur acts like that when he's in love. I'm totally guessing, but I don't know. I just feel like Arthur would be like so sweet and he would just always bring like the girl he's in love with or like whoever he's in love with like flowers and stuff. And like Elliot, and like I feel like, I don't know how much Arthur reads, but like I feel like he would just like be exactly like Elliot. Like he would just like always read with like his girl and stuff. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Hi, yes, more editing me. Basically, what I meant to say, sometimes I forget, I just talk, and even though it makes sense in here, it doesn't make sense when it comes out of my mouth. Basically, what I meant to say is I feel like if you, I feel like Arthur would like read your favorite book for you, and I feel like if you talked about like a certain book with him, I feel like he would like look into that book and he would read it himself so he can talk about it with you. Totally guessing, sorry. I just feel like that's something he would do. And we all know Elliot like read Macy's favorite book and he just was so interested in all the books that she likes, even if they were like books he wouldn't ever like pick up and stuff. I just feel like Arthur would do that. I am pulling this out of my ass, but like I feel like he would. like I feel like that's something he would do. I could be totally wrong, but hey, that's just a vibe I get from him. Okay, I'm going off of vibe.
I could be totally wrong, but I don't know. That's just how I feel. I'm going off feels here. Okay. But yeah, Elliot just like he gives Arthur. Yes. Anyways, then we have Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. Now, my man, what is his name? Brian. Brian, that's his name. I'm so bad at remembering names. I'm so sorry. Anyways, Brian over here, he's a doctor. Now, we all know Arthur studied law, so if you watch him, we all know.
Yes, I'm actually really fucking dumb. His name is Jacob. His name is Jacob. Where did I get Brian from? I think I was thinking of Brianna. I'm so sorry from how many times I said Brian. Brian, please pretend I said Jacob each time, okay? I'm sorry. It's like really pissing me off, but like I'm so fucking dumb.
Anyways, so obviously both Brian and Arthur are very intellectual, very smart, and would know stuff that I would feel dumb compared to them. Like they would be yapping and I'd be like, what does that mean? So yeah, and Brian like also is just like very nerdy, and he has like anxiety and stuff, and he just like, they kind of just like give off the same like energy. Like I feel like that like people like can misinterpret them very like a lot if like they don't know them. And yeah, I don't know. I just see, I'm going off feels, I'm going off vibes. I could be totally wrong. This is just my opinion. But yeah, and I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like they're like, they just give off the same vibes, okay? Now, hear me out on this one. Now, Stalking Jack the Ripper. I forget what his name was. What was his name? Anyways, the man in this book, the love interest in this book, he's very, like, cheeky, and he, like, gives off the same cheekiness as Arthur, and, yeah, that's just, like, I feel like they have kind of, like, the same, like, cheekiness, you know? It's very hear me out. It's very much hear me out, but it's very, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up now. Then we have The Chase. by Al Kennedy. Listen, I know Colin Fitzgerald. I call him Fitzy because, like, that's my boyfriend. That's my man. That's my whole life right there. Fitzy, I know on the outside, him and Arthur are, like, the complete opposite. But let's be real. Colin is a huge nerd. He's a huge gamer nerd. And Arthur is also a huge gamer nerd. He, like, loves... I literally was just watching his video where he played that game last night, that, like, horror game where he just, like, was like, these people's faces. I don't know what the video was called. But yeah, but I feel like they just give off, like, the same nerdy energy. And Colin is also very, like, intellectual. Basically, a running thing is they are nerds who are intellectual. So, yeah. And, like, Arthur... Like, I lost my train of thought. I feel like I'm saying stuff and I'm not making sense, but I hope I'm making sense to someone. Anyways, yeah, I just, like, get the same, like, gamer vibes from them. Like, they both, like, are gamers. And, yeah, and, like, Colin is also, like, kind of, like, reserved and, like, not, like, shy, but he's very just, like, quiet. He's very observant. And, like, so is Arthur, honestly. I love how I'm talking about Arthur as if I know him. I don't. But, like, in my mind, I feel like me and him would be, like, best friends. He would probably literally hate me, but, like, that's okay. Anyways, then I have Falls Boys by Penelope Douglas. Hawk. Where do I even begin with Hawk? I wasn't gonna add this book because I was like, I don't know if they're kind of, like, similar. But then I remembered, like, Hawk is very, like, he's very, like, in his group. He's not, like, the outgoing one. He's, like, the observant one, but I cannot talk today. Hawk is just, like, he's very intellectual, and he's very just, like, I feel like he's, like, I don't know, this is just another hear me out. Like, I feel like they just have similarities, you know? I see the similarities. Okay, I just would like an honorable mention, If We Were Villains by ML Rio. What the fuck's his name? What's his name? Elliot? No. Oliver and Arthur, like, I feel like they have a lot of similarities. They're also a little bit fruity. Just saying. Anyways, Oliver likes to talk in Shakespearean. Like, he will just, like, quote Shakespeare to you. And I feel like Arthur would, like, quote, like, random facts to you, and he would just, like, add them into, like, any conversation, and he'd just be like, oh, like, blah, 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 blah. Did you know that? And I'd be like, no, but, like, tell me more. And I just feel like, in that sense, they kind of are the same thing. Also, have I finished reading this book? No. But, like, just the vibes that I get from Oliver kind of give me Arthur. And that's just an honorable mention, because I feel like Arthur, like, does talk in... I don't know if Arthur reads Shakespearean, but I wouldn't be surprised if that man quotes Shakespeare one day. And I would find it very hot. I would be flustered. I would be like, please keep talking. Anyways, another honorable mention. Ruthless Empire by Rena Kent. My man Cole. Cole is... Now, Cole. Something about Cole. He's very... Take a shot every time I say Cole, why don't you? He's very, like... He is a secret nerd. No, not even a secret nerd. Everybody knows he's a nerd. And I just feel like the way that, like, the horsemen in this series treat Cole is, like, kind of how, like, Arthur's friend group, like, treats him. But, like, obviously nicer. Obviously, I don't know. There's just, like, something...
I realize I explained this so badly. Basically, Cole's, like, outwardly appearance is kind of how, like, Arthur's is, but less, like, dark. Like, Cole's very calculated. He's very, like... It's a dark romance, so obviously he's more, like, dark. Arthur is Cole's counterpart if Cole was sunshiny and rainbows and stuff. But with the whole chess thing, like, Cole loves chess, Arthur loves chess, Cole loves reading. I don't know how much Arthur reads, but I know he does read some books. And just, like, their, like, outwardly appearance, like, you wouldn't think they'd be, like, nerds, like, but then they open their mouths and you're like, oh my god, wait, I love you, like, you are so adorable, like, you are a sexy nerd. And I love it. But yeah, I don't know why I explained it so badly. Please keep in mind that Ruthless Empire is a dark romance, so obviously they're not going to be the same thing, because Arthur would never, like, he's not like Cole in that sense, but he's a tamer version of Cole. Okay.
Things that I'm like, they kind of are like. And then there's others where I'm like, am I just going crazy? And I feel like Cole is the guy who is at a party and he's just so over the party that he goes in the corner and he plays chess. And we all know. Me acting as if everybody knows. And the people who watch Arthur, obviously, that sounds so creepy. The people who watch Arthur's videos obviously know that man, or like see pictures of him, that man at a party is playing chess on his phone. And I just feel like him and Cole are just like, kind of like that. But yeah. Then another honorable mention is Romanticizing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. Listen, my man Colin is oblivious as fuck. Let's be real here. And I feel like Arthur is also love you, babe, but you give off oblivious vibes. in like, not in a bad way or anything. But I just feel like in that sense, they all, like, they low-key are oblivious. And also, Colin is, like, his, like, cheekiness. Like, I feel like him and Arthur, like, kind of, like, have the same cheekiness. My man Arthur, he could have any woman he wants, honestly. Let's be real for a second. And Colin, literally, like, he had the whole town after that him. Like, the ladies were running around him being like, my man. And I don't know, I just feel like they have like some kind of the same personality. I don't know. Anyways, why did I film this video? I hope this made sense to somebody. I feel like it's hard because like Arthur's like very nerdy, and I haven't read many like nerdy like books. And I haven't like, I don't know, I feel like he's most like, yeah, I don't know. It's just hard because, like, I feel like Arthur, like, has a very, like, specific personality. But, yeah, I hope this was fun for somebody. I hope this made sense to somebody. It made sense in my mind. I don't know if I'm gonna shut up now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Did I make a fool out of myself? Yes. Did I start sweating a little bit when I talked about Arthur? Yes, because I literally love him. That too. Yeah, anyways. I'm so awkward. Anyways, I hope you have a good morning, day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Yes, love you.